I think it's really obvious to a lot of students that this kind of old paradigm of education is really not working anymore, and it's not serving us.
If we were to be frank about where we are in the world today, we have an education that is largely preparing students for a world that doesn't exist, or at least will not exist for much longer.
A lot of students are learning about all the problems that are happening in the world: climate change, ocean acidification, food insecurity. And in environmental studies, you kind of learn that a lot of these problems are way worse than you thought they were. So it's kind of hard to know where to go next.
We need to completely redesign the ways that we meet our basic needs: food, water, shelter, energy, waste management, in ways that not only reduce impact, but rather facilitate ecological health.
So I think universities have a huge opportunity to train students in problem solving and critical thinking to address some of the big challenges that we face right now. But I think at this point it's largely a lost opportunity. Students are coming out of higher education with huge amounts of debt and not a lot of practical skills to solve these problems, which is why I really believe that permaculture can offer a lot to universities.
There was a lot of theory in a lot of the classes that I was taking, and I felt disconnected from the work. And I felt like I have an opportunity, like I have the desire to work on things, do things like through my hands, and I just wasn't getting that done. So then I fell into permaculture.
I am a senior student at Neurope University. I think people want to not just learn about something, but learn, okay, so I see the facts, I see, the situation that our world is in, and so it's like, what can I do? I think people are really asking that question a lot, and I think that permaculture is a way of not blanketing it and just saying like this is the answer, but this is a way of thinking about how do you find the answer.
Academia, I think, needs a little more integration, a little more holistic thinking, a little more whole systems approach to what they're working on, and so permaculture bridges those two really nicely.
To me, that's probably the most important perspective that we can have as we move into the 21st century, is how we as individuals and communities can take direct action in implementing and realizing these solutions.
So as someone who took a PDC myself for university credit, I found that to be a really transformative experience, and I wondered whether other students felt the same way. And the more I looked into it, the more I realized that a lot of students are really being drawn to permaculture and working to find these opportunities at their academic institutions. And a lot of universities are starting to offer permaculture design courses to students for credit. It's a quickly growing trend across North America. So one of the major goals of my research is to understand what the implications are of integrating permaculture into higher education. What I hope will come out of my research is that universities will have a greater sense of the opportunity that permaculture offers to sustainability education, as well as understanding how best to integrate permaculture education into their courses in a good way.